guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you some books that I picked up from the charity shop the other day. I picked up 7 in total and they all came to under £10, which I thought was pretty good. So I'm just going to dive into the books. First up is The Unnatural Issue by Mercedes Lackey, which looks like this. I think it's part of a series. Yeah, the Elemental Masters series. There's a few books before this one. I don't know if you need to read them before this one, but I'm just going to read this one anyway. I don't know if it's like a standalone, but you can read it as a standalone book. So basically, Father Richard Whitestone is born an Earthmaster, but since his beloved wife's death in childbirth with Susan, his daughter, he has lived a kind of half-life. As the years passed, Richard found that there was one thing that gave him solace, the thought, first just a fleeting thing, then later an obsession, that he could bring back his wife Rebecca through the dark practice of necromancy, and he would need an appropriate vessel, which is his daughter. So it sounds really quite dark, so I'll be looking forward to reading that. And then I picked up The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. At a party thrown by her parents, Evelyn Hardcastle will be killed again. She's been murdered hundreds of times, and each day Aidan Bishop is too late to save her. The only way to break this cycle is to identify Evelyn's killer. But every time the day begins again, Aidan wakes in the body of a different guest, and someone is desperate to stop him ever escaping Blackheath. So this sounds really, really good. I do like a thriller. The Sunday Times bestseller, so that would be a good one to read. Next one, Daughters of Rome by Kate Quinn. Nero is dead, chaos reigns, and the Roman Empire is up for the taking. The year of 4 emperors will change everything, especially the lives of 2 sisters with a very personal stake in the outcome. Elegant and ambitious Cornelia lives to one day see her husband as emperor. Her sister Marcella is content to witness history rather than make it. But when a bloody coup turns their world upside down, both women, along with their cousins, a flighty heiress and a horse-mad tomboy, must manoeuvre carefully to stay alive. This one sounds pretty good as well, and I like this kind of theme of like Rome and things like that, so that'd be quite interesting. There is also Arthur and George by Julian Barnes. So Arthur and George grow up worlds apart in late 19th century Britain. Arthur in shabby genteel Edinburgh, George in the vicarage of a small Staffordshire village. Arthur becomes a doctor, then a writer, George a solicitor in Birmingham. Arthur is to become one of the most famous men of his age, while George remains in a hard-working obscurity. But as the new century begins, they are brought together by a sequence of events that make sensational headlines. And there's that one. And then I got 3 proper chunky books. So the last 3 are 65 Great Tales of the Supernatural. And I took the dust jacket off because I didn't like it. But some of the authors in this book are H.P. Lovecraft, Charles Dickens, let me have a look, Edgar Allan Poe, E. Nesbit. Not gonna lie, none of the other authors I know of, so that'll be interesting. But the ones that I just read out are what drew me to the book because I'm aware of them. So there's that one. And then I picked up Stephen King Doohickey. I took the dust jacket off this one, so I don't have the overall blurb of what the book's about. But from what I remember reading, I think a man relocates to an island. I think he has a daughter. I'll put the description of what this is about in the box below. So it'll be a surprise for me when I read it because I can't remember. And then the last book I picked up is Tom Bland by C.J. Sansom. This one, really pretty cover, it looks so pretty. I just thought it was really good. So this book was originally £20 and then I got all 7 books for under £10. So I do love a charity shop for finding books. This is what it looks like, really nice map. And then just give you a brief description of what it's about. 2 years after the death of Henry VIII, England is sliding into chaos. Since the old king's death, Matthew Shardlake has been working as a lawyer in the service of Henry's younger daughter, the Lady Elizabeth. The gruesome murder of Edith Boleyn, the wife of John Boleyn, a distant Norfolk relation of Elizabeth's mother, which could have political implications for Elizabeth, brings Shardlake and his assistant, Nicholas Overton, to the summer assizes at Norwich. There they are reunited with Shardlake's former assistant, Jack Barrack. The three find layers of mystery and danger surrounding Edith's death as a second murder is committed. So that also sounds really good and it's chunky. So those are the 7 books that I have recently picked up. I haven't read any of them yet. I'm looking forward to reading them. So I'll leave links to where you can purchase them if you wish to do so in the box below as well. Let me know if you've read any of them.